Flames of war had been thoroughly stoked and were now breathing through deep lungs. Aeons and soldiers of the kingdom were woven in at the elbows, engaged in mortal combat, drenching once mused lavender fields in cascades of blood. Jeremy's Aeons were doing their best under the constraints of their channeler's ether. His angel's wings now knew limits. The soldiers under his command had their might stifled, and the demons, with their bodies tempered in molten brimstone and torment, now felt the heat of their own fury as tame embers. Many of them struggled within and without, fighting desperately to regain themselves. One such Aeon, a demon, the duelist Azidaka, was stalking the battlefield with powerful and hungry eyes. The hilt of his blade would have been choked to death with the grip he maintained, had it been a living being. He remembered what it was like to walk the circles of hell, the sounds of blades slamming against bone ringing in his ears. This hell before him was a close second, but it was second still. Shiver ran towards him, their own weapons held strongly and ready to taste the blood of a demon. Ozzy was happy to contest them, to deny them their fill. His first strike came from his sword, flipped with its bitter edge aimed at the nearest throat, pierced all the way through, and was pulled and pushed in a flicking motion that sent the monster's head flying. He immediately readied himself and struck the second Shiver down, and then the third. The Shiver would do nothing to further his skills, to build the fame of his name, and to give him the title he sought. He needed a greater trophy, a warrior worth his time. To this end, he scoured the field in search of greater challenges. He'd seen the dragons coming from the sky and felt a mighty clashing of ether about half a mile away. He hated that Lucifer had sent him so far from more worthy heads. His talents were squandered here. Wandering away from the channeler, prowling the edges of his charge, hadn't brought him any better fights. He'd even begun to scold himself silently because he probably missed more worthy heads that sought to kill the channeler. He wasn't so far off. He could still see them. Follies of ether and a few solitary warriors were met with Tristitia's barriers of blood magics and that lazy Acedia with his bursting ether. Frustration was boiling in him. There was nothing for him here. He growled in glowering rage, and a wave of shallow ether slammed against the ground. His eyes burned a deep red, and he sprang out into the nearest crowd of Shiver, ripping each of them to burning shreds. He would find worthy bones for his blade bite, even if he had to devour the entire field to find them.